Hi, everyone. Welcome to another amazing topic of conversation. I want to thank my sponsors, the Health Channel. So please sign up for their newsletter regarding anything you need with health. And if you need a workspace, just call Alexa's Workspace. She can offer you everything from a virtual, a small office, or even if you need just to meet with someone for one day. And we welcome our new partner, Aventura Moms, going beyond Aventura as a resource page on social media. So, welcome.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Good to be here.
And it's a pleasure to have you here.
I likewise. I'm very excited to be sharing with such a person, such like you are. I love it.
No, and we love to hear your story.
Absolutely.
So, Ale, let me start by asking you, the first thing that popped out was the name of your website. Say okay, yes. So
yes.
Let's start from there. Why that name?
Well, first of all, I would like to maybe give a little background of who I am. I'm Alejandra Copeland. I'm the founder of OK Yes. OK Yes is a marketing toolkit for entrepreneurs and small business owners that are looking to give their pitch a makeover so they can get more traction, so they can attract new leads and close more businesses. And the reason why I came up with the name OK Yes is because as entrepreneurs and as small business owners, what do we want to hear from our clients? We want to get a yes, let's do it. Okay, let's move on. So okay, yes is that embodiment of moving forward, getting greenlit, and making that sale.
Of what we really want to achieve.
Exactly. It's all about results with okay, yes. It's all about getting that okay, yes.
So when we talk about entrepreneurship, when we start, it really, I don't think it is accurate to call entrepreneurship, but solopreneur. Because when you start, you do everything.
Yes, do we?
You do absolutely everything. So becoming an entrepreneur is a lot of work. How do you help entrepreneurs to take it to the next level?
Listen, I fancy myself a therapist in so many ways.
Okay.
Because what I do is I sit down with the entrepreneurs, with the small business owners, with these solopreneurs, and we lay out all the objectives. We make sure that we understand what is it that we want to accomplish. And once we have that pathway, that understanding of where we're moving, that is how we can create a pitch that would help you get to that goal, move that milestone forward. So to me, it's very important to create a personal connection with the person that I'm working with on the other side, because I get it. Sometimes as entrepreneurs, we have so many things in mind. It's busy. And we sometimes lose sight of what is it that we want to accomplish. And a pitch is nothing but that manifestation of that thing that we want to accomplish, that business strategy. So what I do is I come in as that piece that allows you to think about how dream big and then create a pitch that will be like the magic touch to make it happen.
So because everybody, when you ask somebody, okay, what do you do? And that is the pitch that you come up with.
100%. The thing is that sometimes
the elevator pitch, the
elevator pitch and all that, and what's sad, it's sometimes we just think that an elevator pitch is, well, I'm an engineer. I have a business that does, like, we sell telecommunication devices to transnational company corporations that need better security in the infrastructure. Yeah, sure, that's what you do. But why? Who are you helping? Why is this important? See the difference? Creating an elevator pitch that moves your milestone forward is my deal. That's my jam. That's my zone of genius.
That's your passion.
That's my passion, and that's what I'm here for.
And I still, after doing events for 35 years, I still keep on changing my pitch.
And it's, you know what, Gladys, that only proves that you are in constant growth. Because a person that's not changing their pitch every 6 months is a person that has a stale business model. And I mean, you are famous because you are this figure that's constantly reinventing yourself, that's finding opportunity, that's you're hustling, and there naturally you're going to have a pitch that changes because you have so much that you want to get done.
That's a very different way of putting it, because the other day I heard that you need to be very consistent on how you pitch your business. And actually, you just clarified that it's a constant renovation. Like you reinvent yourself every time.
Every time. If your business is growing, your new market share, new project, new offer, don't tell me. I mean, maybe what your company does, maybe at the core, that DNA, that's maybe intrinsic, maybe that doesn't change, right? But everything else, and like, it's just like, what is it that you want to accomplish today? Will you have the same pitch today that you had 20 years ago? I don't think so.
No.
No way.
No way. We change.
We grow, we change, we evolve, we learn, we want to reach new markets, we want to capitalize new milestones. Naturally, our pitch will change. Naturally.
I understand that it's all about storytelling.
Yes.
But if you have, and now with an overload of communication, because we do have an overload of communication.
Yes.
We really need to navigate and go through that, I call it noise.
100%.
And in my point of view, there is a way of going through that noise, which is through events, because you eliminate the noise. But with all that said, we have, like, literally, it's not even the 30 seconds. We have 7 seconds to catch the attention of someone.
Yeah.
So what can you say? Give me an example of what can you say in 7 seconds that will just click and catch the attention.
To me, when it comes to events, it's a very special opportunity.
Not even events. Like, you can say whatever you want, but it's a known fact that you have 7 seconds to catch the attention of someone.
Oh, yeah. You need to pick their attention, and you know how the only way to pick someone else's attention is saying something that they're interested in. And how can we know what the other person is interested in if we are monologue and out? I was gonna say the most important thing that you want to do to get someone in the first 7 seconds is to be able to articulate something that is relevant for the other person. However, sometimes we are so lost in trying to capitalize on those first 7 seconds that we say the first thing that just comes to mind. Will it work? What, you know, it's like it's something that you need to understand your audience to serve the right pitch and to say the right thing in those first 7 seconds. If you have the correct understanding of who you're talking to, what their interests are, what they're looking for, how you come in to save their day, then you will have not just 7 seconds, you'll have 3 hours of their attention. But it's important that we understand who we're talking to, who's our audience. And I say this because there's a lot of pressure to say the right thing, like from the get-go. And it's not necessarily the case.
There is a pressure.
When it comes to live events or in-person events, it's important to build the trust, that credibility, that builds that bridge between two people so they can have a long and big commercial relationship. But when, for example, when it comes to, I think maybe the 7 seconds applies more to when we're in social media and we're scrolling, right? And just like,
and but it also applies to someone. Yeah, you do have, when it is an in-person connection, you do have a little more time to expand on who you are and what you do. So you
Correct.
have the storytelling part of it.
100%.
But now, social media, you think that you put a post and it's going to blow up and that you don't need to do anything else. But that is not the case.
That is not the case, because sometimes if that is happening, the sad truth is that we did not understand our audience, and we did not tell our audience what they wanted to hear, how they wanted to hear it. Trust me, been doing this for 25 years. You need to first, and like the first thing you need to do is to open your ears and just connect with that empathy and understand who your audience is, so you can say things that will resonate with them, that would sound true, that will make them act, that will make them want to work with you. And that only happens through, I know this is gonna sound boring and square and all that, but you need to do market research. You need to understand your customers. You need to have conversations with them. You need to be able to understand from their perspective, not what we assume. Not like, oh, no, they're mothers, so I know. I'm a mother, so I know what they're going through. No, we cannot assume. We need to know, so we can talk to those mothers. So when they see that ad on Instagram, so when they're connecting with you in a live event, they feel heard. They need to feel heard. A pitch is not for you. A pitch is for someone, like for everyone else. So that would be for me the most important part of creating a lasting impression, not just 7 seconds. You may have 7 seconds and then they're gone. How can you make turn those 7 seconds into year-long commercial relationship?
So when people come to you, they obviously need help. How do you identify that problem that they have?
Great question. Usually when I have businesses that have certain traction, they already have good sales. I have clients that, easily make $500,000 a year, not even trying. And they say, but I feel that I've reached my top. I cannot scale further. Why is this happening? I'm like, because you haven't really explored why your current clients choose you. You haven't exploited that valuable insight of what is that problem that you solve for your customers so well that it took you to, like, you're in a point where you're making $500,000 a year in sales. What's happening that other people are not understanding that value? And it all comes with actually analyzing sometimes our own customers. If we don't have customers, it's super important to go on the field, talk to prospects, and have open-ended conversations to understand what is that problem that they're facing. What tools are they using to try to solve that problem? Why is that not working? What is their ambition? Where do they want to see themselves? And then, only then, you can formulate a pitch that will resonate and present your company as the only viable solution for that problem. That's how I do it.
Okay, which is extremely interesting. And I think you are the first one that has explained the whole process in a very understandable way.
Thank you. Yeah.
But you gave us an example of someone that is selling $500,000. Give me an example of someone that just opened their business.
Wonderful. I work with
that is
I love that.
And doesn't see, they have this illusion, they have this big dream.
Yeah. They have the big dream, and sometimes dreams are blinding. Sometimes dreams, passion, we move forward without truly validating the market we're entering. Again, I'm using a lot of very technical words, but I strongly believe that if you're committed to your business, you need to start using the words that I'm using right now. Validating your market means, will they buy your product? Are you creating something people will buy? Did you take the time And were you humble enough to go outside and say, hey, do you like this lipstick? Hey, do you like this iPhone? Would you buy it? How much would you pay for it? How do you make calls today? Understanding the ins and outs of the market are the only way for you to make sure that you will be able to sell a product that will be indeed received. We call that, again, technical term alert, product market fit. Does your product or service have a fit within the market? And that is the only way for you to grow your business, to scale it, and to make it fast, you know, without having to bang it. But the thing is that, again, people just launch their businesses because it's my passion, it's what I know I do well, it's what I went to college for. But do you have space in the market? Question number one.
How does social media play in all this?
Social media is a wonderful tool to test product market fit. However, social media also comes tied in with what's called vanity metrics, which are, we get stuck thinking that we need to get more likes, more followers. And I've seen it front and center. The fact that you have 20,000 followers on Instagram doesn't mean that you make one penny. So you have to be very careful on how you leverage your social media so to your true potential, and not get lost in the world of likes and followers, but truly in the world of traction.
I love the word vanity metrics.
Oh, vanity metrics is, then, oh my God, I fight against that. And people go, oh, I want to talk about my 100,000 followers. ¿Y cuánto? How much?
How much are they? Okay, there's where we go into the micro influencer.
Exactly. Yes.
Which
yes.
is the real micro influencer, which has the less than 10,000 followers that are actually following and listening to you.
And you said it. It's the power of truly connecting with an audience by delivering content, by delivering valuable insights that positions any brand as an authority. And sometimes using an influencer is a bridge, because that influencer, what is that influencer doing? Bottom line, validating your product, validating that your service actually works, and it's worth comparing, competing, and even replacing your current solution. So those influencers behave as a validating tool for any business.
The way I explain it, because there's a lot of people that don't understand the big word is influencers, and most advertising ask you, how many followers do you have? And they block. But yeah, correct. If you don't have more than 100,000, then you're not worth anything. But the way that I explain it is, for example, I do a dinner in my house and I decide to invite 60 people, right? And my example is based on events. So I invite 60 people. I put cocktail tables, some chairs around the living room, and there's 60 people mingling. I go in and I say hi to everyone. I talk to everyone and I had a great time and goodbye, right? That's an influencer.
100%.
Micro influencer is when I decide to do a sit-down dinner with 10 people. So we sit in the table, and for the same 3 hours, we actually have a conversation. We don't need to go one by one like the 60 people, because in 3 hours and 60 people, do the math. You're not going to have time to actually talk to anyone or find out what's going on in their lives.
Right.
So to really create a relationship. And on the sitting table, you actually can talk, can find out where they are, what they like. And that is how I explain the micro influencer syndrome.
And the micro influencers are incredibly important in the early stages, because in that early stages is where we're finding that initial traction that is going to, where we're creating that cloud of people that are going to then go on their own ways and influence on your behalf.
Correct.
Like when we say, "Oye, Gladys, you know, I found, you know, this cup, and do you see how beautiful it is? It's all about like famous women that had done something in the arts." And then I'm not a big influencer, but I am influencing you because I validated this cup and you believe in me and you say, Ale is a girl that clearly loves art. She's colorful and I like colorful things. So I'm going to buy this cup because she recommended it. So the beauty of micro influencing is that power of referral, that power of validating one-on-one.
The power of referral, I think it's the biggest way of getting business.
In the early stages, wow, it's so crucial to find that micro influencer that would help you move a small circle people or followers at scale, because they already have maybe a number of followers. Maybe they have 1,000, 5,000 followers, but followers that correspond to a grade, that have that receptive, that believe, that trust. The bond is there. Use that to your advantage to leverage your growth.
And with that, I think that everyone starting would need to hear this conversation. And if they're stuck on anything, their pitch, please go and find Ale. Can you tell us again your website? Because I think the name is really amazing of what you did with that.
It's Say Okay Yes. So SAYOKYES. Say Okay Yes. That's going to be the website and the handle for Instagram as well.
So everyone, thank you so much. Until next week, and above all, stay safe. Have an amazing day.